Justice for Mohbad has kickstarted. Yes, it has kickstarted fully. For those who were skeptical about it, for those who thought justice for Mohbad is no longer viable, is no longer going to be productive, like all our efforts is just going to be useless. Well, I want to tell you that justice for Mohbad is back once again. It is back and up doing, like it is what it is. Everywhere is heated up right now. Now, people have realized and they've come to kind of find out that there are certain things that anomalies, certain things that they have discovered. And here we are on Justice for Mohbad with so much. When I say so much, I mean so much. There is a lot that needs to be done, a lot that needs to be done, and a lot that needs to be corrected on Justice for Mohbad. What are you donating for? What are you donating to? What exactly is this all about? You're about to find out some strange occurrence, and this update is the kind and type that you cannot joke with, you cannot play with it, you cannot in any way wink your eyes and then pretend like it does not exist. It is as serious can ever be. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. Justice for Mohbad. Justice for Mohbad. Justice for Mohbad has been on the neck of a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people are sold into this justice for Mohbad. They are so invested in it. They've put so much into it that it has cost so many people sleepless night. Sleepless night. So much sleepless night that a lot of people cannot just but want to find or get to the root of it. They want to get to the end of it. Like, how long are we going to tarry? How long are we going to tarry in this desert? How long are we going to tarry in this uncertainty? How long are we going to remain in this field? Well, like I said, the DPP, the coroner inquest, Mohbad's father's lawyer, legal representative, and Mohbad's father himself, and of course, supporters of Mohbad's father, and those who are not anti-justice, but they are anti-stupidity, anti-foolishness, anti-idiocracy, if there is anything like that. Anti-foolishness, anti-idiocy. Yeah, those who are not comfortable with foolishness, they are also available and they are ready to go all the way to fight to finish, to see what is the next on this justice for Mohbad. Like I said, something came up, and what came up will shock you. Like, share, tap on the subscribe button. This is serious. This is explosive. Let's get right.
That quiet time in the toilet and you feel you are the owner of the whole world. So that's basically what this man is saying, because they've made a whole lot of allegations there. I know say they don't call Attorney General and the DPP, they don't call them different names. They don't abuse their mama, abuse their papa. Now why the lawyer vex like that? Say no. Say the only thing if you happen, you say this man just they imagine. You don't want to tell and say whether the man they mara or something. So to the next paragraph. The respondents state further that neither the coroner nor the applicant have access to the criminal case file to ascertain and appreciate the legal basis that form the conclusion reached by the respondents in the legal advice. So they are now saying that I think they've said it somewhere in the earlier paragraphs that these people where they talk, they don't even get the case file for hand. So how they want to appreciate what we do? How they want to understand what they there? Though the corona judge, no No contest here. They join the guy for the matter, say, may una two collect together. And then they give a number, then they throw one, give the woman there to say, and I not get case file for hand. You don't know what's happen. You don't know what's in these people right there. What if the police say, they are based on our investigation, no? These people, we don't see them at all, no, they don't do anything at all. We don't see any facts say they do anything. So shame DPP because of that. Go and say, no, they do something, no. They investigate. Do they have investigatory power? No. They have prosecutory power. They can only prosecute based on investigation done by the police. So they're saying these people don't get case fight for hand. The day they follow us argue, say, na so this all matter supposed be. Say, which kind of allow be this? That's what we have in that paragraph. They can't appreciate, they can't understand basically their own legal basis of saying or doing whatever they have done. So the applicant did not personally conduct any or engage private investigators who investigated and found incriminating evidence that establishes the culpability of any of the individuals discharged by the TPP's legal advice for the death of his son. So they don't owe Joseph Alogba for blockers here now. Say, you know, pay any private investigator. You know, engage anyone. Maybe apart from Yomi, I think Joseph Aloba made a mistake here. If he had included Yomi in this one now, if you say, Yomi is my private investigator. So they say you didn't conduct any investigation of your own. You did not hire or engage any private investigator to investigate all these things you're saying, all these evidences you're coming here to say. You didn't get anybody to investigate for you. And you just come here, come the yarn of pata say, now one person kill your picking, now another person kill your picking. So they're just really telling that this man is irresponsible. This man just opens his mouth and things start coming out. That's basically what that paragraph is saying. So upon a total legal review of the case filed by the second respondent, that's DPP, there was no fact disclosed that linked Mr. Abdulaziz Fashola, aka Naira Marley, Mr. Samson Balogun Eletu, aka Sam Larry, and Owoduni Ibrahim, aka Prime Boy, and Okwere Babatunde directly or remotely to the death, to and for the death of the deceased. They are now saying, case file will that no get, well now because of that they talk anyhow, I can't tell you now. Based on the case file with our own hand, we don't review it. We don't do holistic review to this case file. And in that case file, any fact no dey there, we link these guys there. Whether not directly or be remotely, say na them cause the death or na them fight this boy. Say based on the case file we did their hand, say no fact they inside. So they are not saying there might not be facts later on. They are not saying this thing didn't happen. They're only saying based on what we have seen in the case file, there is not one single fact there linking putting them forever. So moving on. The applicant and the other individuals who testified the inquest hearing into the death of the deceased did not provide any new, credible, and verifiable facts distinct from what was stated in the case file forwarded by the police investigators to the second respondent, which directly or remotely linked Mr. Fashola, Naira Marley, all those guys to the death of the late Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Aloba. So they are now saying, yes, even with the inquest where they go on, then they hear waiting they go on there too, because they have their own representative in the hearing too. That up till now, nothing new where these people they talk. Because don't forget, all these people they wrote down their statements to the police. And anytime they come to the coroner's inquest to be interviewed or cross-examined, their lawyers will ask them, "Oh, do you remember this thing you've written down? Do you want to adopt it as your testimony here?" All of them are saying yes, that is what they're saying. Meaning, that is what their facts are. And they are saying all these facts were in the case file. That's all waiting new where they can talk here. They're not talk anything new. They're not talk anything where they feel verify. Say even something where they new there. Say it is either it is not credible or they cannot verify those facts. So they are saying two things here, that number one, nothing is new. And number two, the things new or whatever new they have said here is not credible. It's not verifiable. So what they're saying basically, again, to break it down further, is that anybody saying that this one kill this one, that this one kill this one here in the coroner inquest, that person is either not credible or the person they lie. That is basically what that paragraph is saying. So, and I think this is last paragraph. Thank you for bearing with me. The applicants in these applications have not placed any material facts other than speculative statements and conjectures, such that could have faulted the second respondent's legal advice. And it is in the interest of justice to dismiss this application against the respondents. So it's now saying Joseph Aloba and his lawyer, they don't get any fact proof. You say, this one fact, or this one the main. Say the only thing where they get now speculation. Say it be like say something can happen. It can't be like say after that one something can happen. That's all that's what they came with. They didn't come with any facts other than speculations, other than maybe it could be, it could have been. That's all they've been saying in the affidavit and in their case generally. That they didn't bring any fact to fault DPP's legal advice. Okay, now don't go collect legal advice. So see as in our legal advice take wrong. This person will not release. See waiting, see the facts with on ground. See the video where we see the person, they kill person. Why not can't release her? Something like that. Something tangible. That in the interest of justice, because justice is not just about wasting people's time, wasting the taxpayers' money. Justice is about saving time when hearing cases, saving money for the taxpayers, and delivering justice. And in the interest of all this, I beg, make una try dismiss this application. And because say, okay, no wala, may I come back on July 2nd. We will talk more about it and we'll see how to resolve this issue. So, abomilele yo. Now, if
Welcome,
we have
káàbọ̀ sà.
questions, and we can now talk about it. Ekule Yami.
Ó wà pé tájọ́ rẹ̀ àwọn wá sókè jẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ló jábọ́ ló máa padà ní sábàkágórà bọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ sọ yìí.
As a son, I feel like he should have done his due diligence before going to file that kind of motion, right? So I really don't understand why, because for me, I think the charges has to be charges filed have to be appropriate. It's just like, for example, tí èèyàn bá unintentionally pa èèyàn, right? Unintentionally, you cannot charge that person as in pé it should be like, let's say, manslaughter and not that. But if the charges is not appropriately filed, there is tendency for that motion to be discarded, right?
Yes.
So in this case, I was just wondering, as a son, even like a junior lawyer, shouldn't have made this. This kind. I mean, it's not a mistake. I think he was just trying to do his job, just trying to kind of thinking he's working. I mean, he's working for the money, just to justify the money, right? And the
Mm.
other question is, does the respondent, which is the DPP and the Attorney General in this case, do they have to record? Do they have to seek permission from the coroner inquest to make public their review or their judgment on the case, to see if the case can go forward or not? Do they always have to?
Yeah, sure. Uh, yes. Number one, the lawyer, to be fair, as long as you decide to be someone's lawyer, you have to act in their best interest and based on their instructions. As
Based
long
on whose
as you want
instruction? Based on your client
your
instruction?
clients, yeah. As long
Even
as
though
you remain their lawyer.
even though you know it is wrong or it's not going to be
No, if it is
admissible.
wrong in terms of law, except it is illegal, the only instruction you
Uh,
won't listen to from your client will be something against the law. To lie under oath, for example, to help them pervert justice, for example, knowingly. Those kind of things, you can say no to it, and you can even report to your client to it for it. But anything other than that, it's either you stop being their lawyer or you dance to their tune. Really, that's just
okay.
it's more complicated than that, but that's just a simple explanation. It's either you just
All right.
say, "Baba, I know they do again," or you just continue doing their wish.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Okay.
yeah. So but then if you practice to some extent, to some point, and uh your what's the word there now? Your image means so much to you, your integrity. You have that. There are some things that you stand your ground. You have the power to advise your client to convince them. And when you can do that, you have the option to say, you know what, I cannot do this in good conscience.
Oh,
But
okay.
then it's all about what you really want still. If I want money and somebody is telling me to come and kí wá lọ bá òun gba kí wá lọ bá òun sùn Charles pé òun ló yẹ kí tróònù kàn tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ọmọ kí ló ti ń pè é, ọmọ ayédè ni níbì kan. Bá lọ máa sún ẹ̀ tó bá ti kówó ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ń pé òun ni tróònù kan tó bá a máa fọ́ọ̀mù sítórì pé yes nígbà tí queen ni bóyá first àbí first queen ni wá ìgbà yẹn ni wọ́n wá lóyún ẹ̀ Nàìjíríà bàbá ẹ̀bù create a story conjecture báwa lọ́ba ṣe bọ́yẹ̀ ń kó story jọ bọ́yẹ̀ ń kó gbogbo assumptions àti conjectures jọ yìí a máa kójọ náà eventually tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹni tó ń wá owó tí ò kọ̀ láti ṣe anything láti wá owó. Of course, they can do it within the ambit of the law. Even though it might be morally wrong, they will still do it. And they will still be doing their job still, really. They'll be doing their job. So for the second question, you're saying that, yes, the DPP do not need their, what's it called? Their permission. In fact, the DPP has the constitutional authority as per the law establishing them to either decide to continue to advise on whether or not to prosecute a case, to discontinue or not to discontinue a criminal proceeding. They have the authority. The Constitution grants them that authority. The 1999 Constitution grants them the authority to prosecute or to decide, you know what, we are not prosecuting. Except where there is clear abuse of power. There's even a legal precedent backing it by the Supreme Court, stating that DPP cell, they get the power. If they say they won't do, they go do. If they say they not do, nobody feel owe them. So that one is clear. And that is part of what these guys are trying to affirm here, that this might just waste people time, that we have the power to decide if we want to prosecute or not. Nobody can force us to do it. So I can tell you for a fact, without preempting the sitting of the court, that no court can force the river go prosecute. If they say they don't get fact to prosecute, say that the court won't go, make the court go prosecute now. So nobody can force them to do it. They have the authority, except where there is clear abuse of power.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the DPP determines the legality of any case brought before
Based on the facts presented to them by the investigating authorities.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. I'm sure Uncle Visitant was to learn to
wọ́n ti sùn kánà ti sùn ni wọ́n ti máa interject rẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀. Question mi náà ni question mi náà ni part of my question náà ni Tádérọ̀yà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn pé ṣé Sanchito lè sọ fún pé Josie nonsense ni kọ́tà fẹ́jọ fáwọn but hey, he was hired, he was paid, so he has to do his job. So I guess that is what owó tí ìdí ti jẹ. So I guess that is just what is there, because even with all this, I just think Sam should, be thinking about it like, hey, this is like a slap on his face. Hey, on a good day, this shouldn't be where he becomes my find that. But hey, he has to that. And I think Josie is doing it for the purpose of mo try mo gbìyànjú láti wá justice for mom, ṣùgbọ́n fọ́ọ̀mù ẹ̀ but it's so kini phone. So I think that because Vio was there ranting this morning about gbogbo jati and looking at it, even go ibi tí mi kì í ṣe lawyer gan, it's so it's so clear right then. Pay, what is it that you are fighting for? You are fighting based on nonsense and rubbish. So
Kito continue. Just answer. Who was that again? Bonnie Abina. Somebody was saying, yeah, princess. Yes, I was saying you should go check it out the other time. It's simple. Yeah, they might look confusing. Discharge is leave this guy, made it go. You don't have anything to hold him for now. I beg, let him go. Acquitted is that the case has been tried. We don't follow this guy, drag matter on top this crime. But we not see hand there. You are now acquitted. It is a final judgment. Acquittal is a final judgment. It's either that doesn't mean it can be appealed. For example, if an high court acquits you, somebody else can appeal that decision in the appeal court and even take it to Supreme Court, depending on the case. But for that court, for that level, acquittal is the final decision of the judge. It's a final judgment there. It means legally you have been cleared of the charges that was brought against you. It means you are not guilty after you have been tried. Means you have been tried, you have been tested, and you have not been found wanting. As opposed to discharge. Discharge is just more like a temporary stop. Like, you know what? We not get anything to hold this guy, but we they carry one eye, they look at somehow. the person can still be arrested, they can still be tried. As soon as new evidence comes in, they can, hey, God don't catch you. They don't catch you for another one. So now you be this. So that is the major difference. But for the acquitter, it means for that crime, nobody can try you again. If you, even if now you do harm and you are acquitted of the crime, of the charges, let them go look for another charge, can't charge you. That one don't go with that. So, but in this case of these people, they were discharged, not acquitted. Meaning they were released because at the moment, as we stand now, there is no fact, there's no evidence to tie them to it. Should we stop them from their own lives? Yes. No. I mean, should we stop them from their own life? We cannot. Yes, we are. I look somehow we are paying like, job and people bye. These are the things we know. But it's not about things you know. It's about the things you can prove in court.
It's about the facts and the
Yeah.
evidence that you can bring out from it.
Yeah. You have to prove it that, yes, you might know A happened. How can you link A to whatever we're talking about here? How can you prove that A happened? Yes, but then you prove it. Ìbọn tó fi padà, màá ríbọn yẹn mọ́ o. Mo kàn dẹ̀ jọ pé mo ríbọn yẹn fìrí ni o. The case is going nìyẹn. Case yẹn ń bọ̀ lọ nìyẹn. Níbo ló ti rí tó ti pa? Mo wà ní báńkólì ni, mo rí tó pa ń sàlẹ̀. Later on find out pé o jẹ́ yàn kan tó máa ń lògò o lògò láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ yẹn gbà tó wà bá kó ní ẹ̀ wọ́n á jẹ́ kàn pé báwo lè rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ń ta mẹ́ẹ̀ on a good day o máa ń lògò láti rí nǹkan dáadáa kéèsì tí lọ down the drain yẹn.
With what you said, there was a case like that lóòótọ́ tí woman yẹn that it was a murder case níbí báyìí and kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ bíi neighbor yẹn kó wá sọ pé àwọn oríṣẹ́ òun rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ níjọ́ yẹn gangan and they almost believe this woman until when somebody said wípé obìnrin yìí máa ń lo ògùn and they now asked her, did you use your glasses? Ó ní no, ó lóun ò rí, but image tóun rí. So you saw an image, not that pé ẹni yẹn gangan ni. So yeah, there was a case
you have
like
to
that.
prove it, otherwise, see,
Yeah.
why the burden of proof, especially for criminal issues on the high side, is because even if it's a 0.0009% that an innocent person might go to prison for something they didn't do, we have to prevent it. That's why the burden of proof is high when it comes to criminal issues. You have to really prove that any lo shekini say, this is how it happened. Because taba live there open there, ti won live there relaxed. It's easy for ọlọ́pàá láti wà lazy about it that ìwèrè yẹn oníjàgídíjàgan ni ló máa pa bọ́ọ̀ yẹn jàre ó yẹ lọ tì mọ́lé ó kọ̀ dẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ jẹ́ oníjàgídíjàgan kó má jẹ́ ẹni tó ń pààyàn tó èèyàn mélòó náà láti máa tì mọ́lé fún nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe. That's why the burden of proof is very important.
It's very sacrosanct. Yeah, totally so. Then what's the question? Because mo fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ nǹkan bọ̀ wọ́n ti gbàgbé. I forgot that.
Yeah, so Josie just what they're doing is just more like an academic exercise. Was Prime Boy discharged because there was no one that witnessed the fight? Yes, they are not. The charges, number one, is not about the fight. The charges is about the death of Mohbad, not the fight with Mohbad. So that's the case before DPP. Because case fight on the investigation into the death of Mohbad, where these people only Mohbad. Yes, it will be in the case fight Baja. But where do you link it in pay Ijaelo Faku? The link is not there in the case file. The DPP are saying, yes, ma'am.
And also, in Prime Boy's case, almost gbogbo àwọn tó give testimony in the court ló ń sọ pé kò hit her back. Tó bá pé òun ló hit her back tó fi ní wound yẹn, probably it would have been easy to talk about. But everybody was saying, òun fúnra ẹ̀ ló fọwọ́ ẹ̀. Fine, it triggered him to do that. But òun kọ́ ló ṣe. It's not as if
Exactly.
òun ló ṣe.
Exactly. So it's more like even ọmọ tó jẹ́ tiwa, they couldn't do, they didn't witness it. Ọmọ mi didn't witness the fight. Adra didn't witness the fight. So they can't really say anything like 100% pé àló bàjá sẹ́, àló lùsẹ̀, àló ṣe báyìí. They couldn't say it. So based on what ni kí DPP, until tó bá ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fọ̀rọ̀ wá ara wọn lẹ́nu wò, tí corona bá wá rí àṣírí yẹn mú jáde pé wèrè yìí lù lóòótọ́, ó ṣe nǹkan báyìí lóòótọ́, then they can now continue. And that's why I sọ pé all that happened is what? He was discharged. He was not acquitted. Meaning, if we now come out with new evidence, pé ọmọ ń pa ẹ̀, àbọ̀ ṣe kínní ìṣe, wọ́n á lọ pè wọ́n padà pé yá lágbájá stop gàrí tó mú yẹn, wọ́n á lọ mú yòókù lẹ́wọ̀n.
Yeah, likewise, Mr. Katalias, and this I know. So a lot of people have different opinion based on this. When you look at the Sam Larry and Naira Marley's case, one him even going to the DPP and telling them that why would they let them go? One, they were not charged for the death of Mohbad. They were that was the reason for their arrest, right? And because of the investigation, they found out nothing. Because even mere looking at it with these eyes, with Oju, the mere looking at it, one apart from where they were not in the country, there is nothing for now that links them to that death. To me, my own opinion and my own thing, why I'm standing against these two guys was because of the bullying. So I think that is where, I don't know why even with that, Sanchiso cannot even let Jusi know pé kò sí nǹkankan tó link àwọn people yìí mọ́ ikú ọmọ ẹ̀. But when you're talking about the bullying, and that is part of the nonsense they say pé gbogbo wọn fi kún lórí TikTok àbí. It was based on the bullying. There is no way we could attach them or join them to pay, okay, hello, or hello, but we can see the bullying. There is paper trail of petition that Mohbad wrote. So it's based on that. I don't know why they are attaching the death of Mohbad to these guys.
Yeah, so, and for people asking why they don't swing them for bully, it's neither here nor there, because they might not have a sufficient evidence to successfully bring a case, a civil case of bullying. But if you're talking about a criminal case of bullying, it's not in Josie's place or his lawyer's place to charge Sam Larry for that. It will be the police if the police have sufficient evidence. Although they told us from their preliminary investigation then that they have, what's their word again, preponderance evidence that Mohbad was bullied by Sam Larry. They said it there. So it is on them. It is for them to decide to prosecute or not. That's for the DPP, because Mohbad release investigation, thought that go evidence to now to they were clear. They'll present it to the DPP. Those ones will review it and we decide that, okay, it's fine, I go on. Or no, the link kini, they go on, case he might follow the beacon. So it is left for that. But for civil suit, okay, maybe for damages, to get money for damages and things, they can do that, but then that comes with its own issues too. It now comes with the issue of legal standing. We call it local standing. Local standing, like, who are you? Why will you be the one suing for damages? Yes, is he, are you his representative? So gbogbo issue here will now come into play. So there are a lot of things, there are a lot of moving parts.
Welcome back. I'm glad that people are becoming more intuitive. They are becoming more educated on what is tenable or not. You know, a lot of people thought this was going to be one using emotion rather than evidence. That's why we talked about evidence from the onset. What and what do we need? It is not all about talk on and on at the inquest. That is not going to give answers. Even the fact finding, people felt that the lawyer was not really up and doing, and that you feel for something or you felt something does not mean that that thing can help you win in court. Emotion does not win in court. That you thought about something does not make it a win for you. You have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that such that came across your mind can help you win or get results. In the case of Mohbad, Cynthia Adebanjo, Prime Boy, known as Owodunitu, and the rest of the people around Mohbad, apart from the driver stating clearly what he knows without any mincing of words, stating clearly what he saw. Till today, we have not gotten any clarity from any of those involved or around Mohbad. We've not gotten any clarity. Even Prime Boy was asked, what did you overhear? What did you... It's possible that friends around each other might not necessarily know what and what the other person is talking about. It is possible that Prime Boy does not know what Cynthia was dragging or dealing with Mohbad. It is possible. Very much possible. Very, very possible. But you know, the thing about life is quite unfortunate. I don't know what your thoughts are as regards this that is ongoing. Analysis have been made. You see what you heard what our guest said about it all. Like, you know what? This matter is beyond what we are thinking. Probably people had thoughts, and their thought is, oh, it's just one of those things, it will go away very soon. From the look of things, this ain't going away. It's not going away. People will take their time to think it through, and that's what they are doing right now. That's what they are doing right now. They are thinking it through. They are processing it. And they will not stop. There is no stopping them. They will think it through. They will not put their money into what is so useless. They will not put their money. So people are beginning to process what the DPP is saying. What is the DPP saying? What are we going to do next? What is the way forward? What is the way out? What do we need to do? What is it that we don't need to do? You heard it all. You heard it. They are processing it already, so that people will not be led astray. Yeah. So people will not be led astray. People will not be manipulated and stolen from. Like, enough is enough. Yeah. Enough is enough. So people will not be manipulated, stolen from, all of those games that people have been forced to deal with. Oh, Mohbad father danced, and to him that dance means, yes, we are fulfilling, we are winning. Whereas there is nothing of such. There is no dance. No dance or anything that is worth dancing at this time. We should be talking about sober reflection. We should be talking about integrity. Not dancing. The man is dancing like he wants to rejoice. He wants people to feel like, yes, we have done it. We have arrived. We have made it. No, there's nothing of such. There is nothing of such. It's a serious matter. I don't know what your thoughts are as regards what's going on. Right now, people are not in a good space. People are upset. People are angry. They believe strongly that the demise of Mohbad and the way things have been handled so far is not how it should be. They believe that the demise of Mohbad, the family of Mohbad, are simply making money off it. That's it. Like they are making money off the demise of Mohbad. Nothing more, nothing less. Are we going to blame them for being smart, for processing it all? What about suggestions that have been given to help aid or to give this justice that we are seeking for? I looked at it at the beginning. I said, how is it possible if you are depending on the police to get you justice or to investigate, and the police botch it, Pelali knowing fully, completely that Cynthia's mom was a police officer that was kicked out in the most undignified manner, because she won't go to work. All she does is to see how she can scam people, dirty things, according to her daughter. Karimo told us all of this. How then do you expect that the police was going to do the needful? After all, you've already buried your son. You said you couldn't get what you needed. The police played you, and that's it. So what I'm saying in essence is this, because this could happen to anybody and you might not even know what to do. So we are not trying to act like we are supermen, we are glib with our words and utterances like we know what should have been, what should have not been. Anyone can be in a situation and you just don't understand why you acted the way you did. And the world will judge you like, oh, why did you do it? Why didn't you behave this way? I understand that part of it very much. Ignorance is not an excuse. He might not know, but he's not in charge. The truth of the matter is that Sanshitu does not mind that this case continue on and on as long as he puts money in his pocket. It's a game. Yeah, it's a game. It's a serious game. A game of money being paid into his account. So the more this tarries, the more he makes money. We're talking about 70 million, and we are talking as much as 200 million. That's what we are being told has been expended so far. DNA story. Everything not adding up. So what else do you expect? People will definitely react. And they have the right to react. They have the right to react. They have the right to say what they need to say. They have the right to do the needful, as long as it has everything to do with their money. No one will want to stupidly put himself in that space. You know? Well, it is what it is. I don't know what your thoughts are as regards this. It's a terrible matter. It's a terrible matter that needs to be dealt with accordingly. Please like, share, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell.